be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Here we go. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Say hello to somebody around you. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah.
Good morning, Center for Spiritual Living, Palm Desert. How are you all today? Well, we have a busy day today. We have a celebration of our new members and a lot of announcements. So let's get working. So let's just ground ourselves first and do our vision and mission, who we are together, please. We are a positive faith community that accepts all religions. Our vision is spiritual awakening and personal growth in a world that works for everyone. Our mission is to help individuals discover the spiritual tools and inner power that has the ability to transform lives and make the world a better place. Yes. And I want to remind you about that. You know, if you we have these little folder, I don't know what you call them, little handout pamphlets that tell you who we are, what we believe, and kind of what we're all about. And so if you have friends or anybody that you know that they always talk to you because, I always feel so good when I talk to you, and say, you know why? Because I go here, and this is what we believe, and this might just help you. Come with me. You know, I don't know how many of us have been brought here because a friend said, you know what, you should come with me some Sunday, and it changes their life. So be that change maker. And also in your program, thank you. My mouth is not working today. We have a flyer. Our grief work group is back on Tuesday nights, and they meet at 5 p.m., and they're back here in the conference room. And you can come in off of Chicory to get in that room and park on the street there. And please join them. If you're going through any kind of grief, they meet on Tuesdays. This Tuesday evening, I start my foundations class. I've just been working on the curriculum. This is a fabulous class. If you want to make your life work and you really want to go deeper in our spiritual principles and what we teach, what we believe, it is powerful, it is magnificent, and I promise you it will be fun. So 6 o'clock Tuesday here in the sanctuary. And I don't know if Paul's here. Oh, here he is. Okay, should have been right up here front. I know.
Really fast, sorry. I'm trying to be in 4 places at once this morning. So good morning. Soul Voyage is starting on Wednesday evening. That's the first Wednesday in the month. And if you haven't joined us, it's been called the Heart Opening Healing Service for the last almost year and a half. It's allowed between 25, 55, 60 people every first Wednesday in the month to come in to take an hour for themselves, not for anybody else. It's very quiet in here. I always say it looks kind of like a Catholic church, and I don't know anyone would be offended by that, but it gets very dark. And we have lots of candles and lots of lighting, and it's a reflective time for you just to center. There's music, contemporary stuff. It might be Gregorian, it might be some modern tune. There's a reading, and then there's a quiet contemplation after that. And it's 1 hour, never usually goes over that. So please join us this coming Wednesday evening.
Thank you. This Thursday is Soul Sisters. So women, we meet over there in the Ohm Room. It's a great way you might be sitting next to women that you've been sitting by for years and you don't know them. Come join us. We always have a great time, a great conversation, great sharing. And then Vicki Ruff's class starts Saturday, and this is a wonderful class based on the book by Christian Sorensen from the Seaside Church. It's Living from the Mountaintop, and it's a wonderful way to go deeper, to touch that part of you that's mystical, that spiritual part. So please join Vicki over in their own room. Please sign up for that. Next Sunday is the Rainbow Alliance. They're presenting Susan Lake, Living Bold. And if you know Susan Lake, she does that. She is an amazing woman, has done incredible things in her life. She will be speaking next Sunday at the Rainbow Alliance meeting. Please sign up because there will be a light brunch. They want to make sure that they have enough food. And that's over in Costa Hall at 12:15. Dr. Joe, do you want to talk about this because you know more about this
our
than
friend
I do?
and one of our members, Chris Penzian, he wrote this produced this incredible film called Political Animals. And now it's not about politics. What it is, it's actually about 4 very powerful women who've gotten into the political arena, why they did it for social justice reasons. It's not about Republicans or Democrats or anything like that. What it is, it's a movie that's all about empowering women into social justice. And so they're going to preview that. It's at the Camelot Theater, October 15th at 5 p.m. So if you have nothing else to do on October 15th at 5 o'clock, I tell you what, it's a really interesting movie to listen to the stories of these women who moved into politics to really make some social changes. Very powerful women, very, very strong intentions in their heart, and how it's unfolding for them. So I told Chris we'd promote that. We have a Good Grief workshop, Beyond Grief workshop. You want me to do it? Yeah. I can tell you're just tired of talking about it. Dale Olansky and Gail Morton, one of our practitioners, they're getting together to have a grief workshop. It's going to be an ongoing thing starting Sunday, October 15th through December 3rd. It's Sunday afternoons after the service at 1 o'clock, so you have time to go grab a bite to eat and come back. They do need to know if you're going to join them. They need 3 days advance notice if you're going to be part of that because they've got some materials they want to make sure they have available for you. But it's really important that if you're going through any kind of grieving process, this is a great way to help move you through that. And grief isn't just about losing someone. It's about grieving anything that's happening in your life. You could be grieving the loss of a job or the loss of a house or a family member, whatever that is. So avail yourself to this. It's going to be a wonderful experience for people who need that support. Next thing. The AIDS Walk is coming up. It's a really easy little walk in Palm Springs. We'd like for you to join us. We'll put a little blue t-shirt on you. You don't have to do all the laps that everyone else does. I kind of do half, and then I go take a nap. So, but I'm collecting money for that. We're collecting walkers, and also, if you can't attend, we'd like to have your contribution to the bigger picture. It's to help the centers down in Palm Springs.
Can I add something to that, Dr.
Sure.
Joe? Gary was telling me he's kind of coordinating that if we raise $1,000 from here, we will get a free booth there where we can then turn in, give them our information about who we are in this valley. So it's very important. It's a great cause, and so anything that you can donate or walk will be greatly appreciated.
Yep, exactly. Next one. Reignite. For those people who've been in membership here for quite a while, sometimes it's really nice to get together, not outside of our regular membership meeting in March, that just is like basically conveying data, to really experience what it means to reignite your membership, to become more involved in our community. So we're inviting you to show up. It's only a one-day workshop, October 22nd. It's after the second service, 12:30 to 3 o'clock. We're going to have a light lunch for you. So we'd like, for those who've been members for a long time, we talk about our new member orientation. We want to have you come back in, and we'd like to have some conversations with you. Sometimes you don't know exactly what's going on the other side of the wall or different players that are working at the center, so we invite you to join us for that. Exactly. Pumpkin time. It's pumpkin time. So we want you to bring in 3 or 4 small little pumpkins and then buy them back after the kids decorate them. It's their only fundraiser that we have all year long. So bring some pumpkins, small pumpkins in starting next week. And then when they sell them during the after service on Sunday, a couple Sundays from now, buy your pumpkin back. What better way to give to the youth church? It's their only fundraiser for the year. On October 18th, we've got the choir coming from Kenya. We've sold a lot of tickets already. Bridging diversity, bridging cultures. This is an opportunity for you to see some 16 children from Kenya come in and perform. It's going to be an amazing night, I promise you. The trio is going to be there that they've performed with us before. You love to hear them too as well. So they're going to be performing an entire concert for us on October 18th at 7 p.m. Get your tickets in the office. Tomorrow starts my Law of Circulation class, circulation, joining in the dance. If in your life you have a roadblock or a speed bump or something's just holding you from moving on, or you feel like you keep getting stuck, it means you're not practicing the laws of circulation. So we're going to teach you how to do that. And that starts tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, again at 6 o'clock. It used to have a tuition, but I waived all the tuition. I want as many people as we can get in this class. So as many people show up. If you'd like to live stream, you have to call the office for a link. You can't go to our website and link onto it. If you'd like to live stream this and you can't make it, please join us on the live stream, but call the office. They'll email you the link for you to link in, okay? Let them know about it. Here we go. That's it. Gary Floyd. Where's Gary? Gary Floyd. Gary Floyd is now, you've heard Gary here several times before. He's a wonderful performer. He performs all over Centers for Spiritual Living. In fact, now he's the music director for the International Centers for Spiritual Living in the conference that's coming up next February. So everyone, let's welcome Gary Floyd.
Good morning. Keep it going for Jerry Lynn and this band. It's just like such a joy to play with them. Glad we're here. Good to be back in Palm Desert. Life is in me, moving through me, beyond question, steady and strong. Power and presence is my essence, been within me all along. What is there to be afraid of? Yeah. Pure light is what we are made of. Yeah. Life is in you. Can you feel it? Look inside you, look around. Yeah. Power and presence is your essence. Where you stand is holy ground. What is there to be afraid of? Yeah. Pure light is what we are made of. Play for Scott. Smith on keys. What is there to be afraid of? What is there to be afraid of? Your light is what we are made of. What is there to be afraid of? What is there to be afraid of? Your light is what we are made of. Your light is what we are made of. Yeah. We are made of pure light. We are made of pure light. We are made of pure light. We are made of pure light.
Let's hear it for Gary, everybody. Woo! Thanks, Gary. Thank you, man. Isn't he great? Let's hear it for this band and these backup singers that always do such a great job on Sundays. Yeah? Jerry Lynn, will you play a little music for me? I'm going to bring the new members in. All right, let's welcome our newest of members. They're going to come in and we're going to put them in, we're going to indoctrinate them with their membership covenant. So bring them on in, Paul. Come on, everybody. All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And they keep coming. Here we go. Keep coming, guys. Do you have you want to see? Oh, no, you want to, got it? All right, so here we go. Welcome, everybody. These folks have made a commitment to our center. They decided that they wanted to attend our membership class, and they did so for the last couple weeks, and they've looked over what it means to be a member, what it means to be involved in our center, and they've decided to commit to membership here. So we honor that decision, and we're going to read with them our membership covenant. Part of it is our vision and mission, which we've already read. So we'll just go right to the part that says, on your card there, it says, I accept. So we'll start right there, and I'll try to talk slow. How's that? I know how you guys, I talk too fast sometimes. So together, please. I accept membership in the Center for Spiritual Living, Palm Desert, and further declare my intention to practice the spiritual philosophy of the science of mind and spirit, and place a high priority on my spiritual growth, to become an involved member of the spiritual community, and to help maintain its loving, accepting, and supportive atmosphere, to support the center's vision, commitment, and purpose, and to include the center in my prayers, to include the center in my financial planning, and to participate in its support through joyful and generous giving, to serve my spiritual community through loving service, to teach through my example, and to share the science of mind and spiritual principles with others when appropriate. Together with fellow members, I co-create with Spirit the ongoing dynamic life of the Center for Spiritual Living, Palm Desert. I recognize that together, we as the center support and sustain its programs and services, and thereby bless and serve thousands of people. Through my membership, I honor the Spirit in me and the Spirit at work through the Center for Spiritual Living, Palm Desert. So welcome to our newest members. Welcome. Head on this way. Head on to your seats. You get to take a seat this time. Dismissed. They're going to join us for the potluck after the service. We're having a potluck over in Costa Hall, over in the Ohm Room. So join us. We'd love to have you join us. They're going to be all out there. Make sure you introduce yourself. Say hello to our newest members, everybody, because they're going to be part of our group. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad you're here. Welcome, sir. Yep, you betcha. You guys have a great service. Here we go. So now, what am I doing? Where are we? Oh, we're going to meditate. I don't know. I just work here sometimes. So Gary sang a song just a few minutes ago, What Are You Afraid Of? And many times, go ahead, turn dim the lights. Oh, let's get them seated first. Many times, I don't know, but sometimes I get afraid to surrender something when I feel like if I did that and I just sort of gave it up to God and just followed my divine intuition, that somehow I would lose something or I would somehow become more vulnerable. And many times that life requires us to surrender those things. So let's take a deep breath in and exhale. One more time. Take another really deep breath in and exhale. So what if you did surrender? What if you said, I'm tired of trying to figure this out, trying to control the variables? I'm ready to surrender to a higher power not just give up or give in, not just cave in, but to actually place it gently, consciously, courageously into the hands of a higher power that would automatically embrace it and say, I got you. I got you. Doesn't mean you're right or you're wrong or someone else is right, someone else is wrong. It's just you're done carrying it. You've had enough. Do you have something like that? Take a deep breath in and exhale out. All to Spirit I surrender. All to Thee I freely give. I will always love and trust You. In Your presence daily live. All to Spirit I surrender. All that's good is wholly mine. In Your presence, in this oneness, through You I am power divine, and I surrender all. I surrender all to Thee, my blessed Spirit, I surrender all.
I am aware within me of a presence, of a power, one universal creator, a creator of harmony, peace, and serenity, a creator of all nature, and a creator of myself. And I am eternally connected to this creator. I live in harmony, I live in peace, and I live in serenity. And I know that as I walk through this life, that I am always in the presence of God. I know that God is always holding me close and embracing me in His love. And all of this love just flows throughout the universe, through every aspect of my life. And I choose now to dissolve all past experiences and conditions and situations that no longer serve me, that keep me from experiencing this beautiful flow of good in my life. And I live every day in anticipation of greater good. And I know it is all coming forth, always ready for me to receive according to my belief. And I walk in faith, knowing that no matter where I go and what path I take, that God is always ready and willing to lead me and guide me through the divine wisdom. And I use this wisdom in all my thoughts, in all my prayers, knowing that everything is answered. I'm never left unanswered. God is always ready. And I am so grateful for the divine good and the divine wisdom that is mine, and this one mind that is eternally connecting me to everything and everyone, and all the good that is coming into my life, into every life on this planet. I am so grateful for everything that God gives us. I now release my word to the law of mind, knowing that this is complete, that all is good, and that it is already done. It is already done in the mind of God. If these words resonate with you, please join me in saying, and so it is. Amen.
I surrender all. I surrender all. All to thee, my blessed Spirit, I surrender all. And I surrender all. I surrender all. All to thee, my blessed Spirit, I surrender all. All to thee, my blessed Spirit, I surrender all. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Please join me, the lyrics are up on the screen. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, get ready, my soul. Get ready, my soul.
I'm not my story, I'm not my song. Been seeking glory my whole life long. I've been on my own since I was born, a badge of less than I have worn. I've been judging you as much as me, seeking surrender, haven't found the key. Beaten, battered, broken, living blue. Will I forgive myself and know my truth? I'm not my story, I'm not my song. I've been seeking glory my whole life long. I've been on my own since I was born, a badge of less than I have worn. Bless this evolution, conscious contribution. Only one solution is love, is love, is love, is love. This is my story, this is my song. I've been bound for glory my whole life long. I've been lifted up since I was born. The Holy Spirit has taken form. This is my story, this is my song. Been bound for glory my whole life long. Been on my own since I was born. The Holy Spirit is taken form. Bless this evolution, conscious contribution. Only one solution is love, it's love, it's love, it's love. Bless this evolution, conscious contribution. Only one solution is love, is love, is love, is love. This is my story, this is my song. I've been bound for glory my whole life long. I've been lifted up since I was born. The Holy Spirit has taken form. The Holy Spirit has taken form. The Holy Spirit.
Gary Floyd, everybody. Beautiful, Gary. Gary's got CDs available. And also next week in Palm Springs at our sister center over in Palm Springs at 5 o'clock? 7 o'clock on Saturday. 7 o'clock Saturday night at the Palm Springs Center, Gary will be doing a concert. So join them if you'd like to go hear more of Gary, which it's beautiful. So if not, buy a CD, or better yet, do both. He'll make them really happy. All right, today I'm going to do a talk called, it's just like a pick-a-page thing from Working the Law, all right? Working with the law. It's called 11 Truth Principles for Successful Living is the title of my book by Raymond Hollywell. And what I decided today is I'm throwing out the old talk title. I'm just saying, you know what? I want to just hit principle. Just good old-fashioned spiritual principles. So that's what we're going to do for today. So, Tom Kelly, do me a favor. Ready? Tell me when to stop. Right now. Perfect. Here we go. The law of compensation. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Funny you should pick that one, Tom. The principle involved is that when you become too large for your present place, you will begin to draw yourself into something larger. You cannot attract the better until you first become the larger. You must earn what you receive, or you cannot keep it. If an individual appears to do so, it will not continue, for in accordance with the law of compensation, that person will find his or her true place. Or, as popularly expressed, like water, he will find his own true level. Or, you can't keep a good man down. In truth, the only bar to your advancement is your own unfitness. In other words, he who more than fills his present place will, sooner or later, be advanced. Were it not for this principle, there would be no progress, no growth, no development, no evolution. Ooh. All right, so here we go. You have to become bigger than yourself. You may think you're larger for life now, larger than life. You have to become even bigger than that. You have to expand and become more of yourself, bigger and better, only because from that, the universe will come in and fill it up and advance you into different places. You'll evolve. Like Gary, you just sang, this is your evolution. This is your song and this is your story. This is the evolution of something. It's not meant to be stagnant. We're not meant to grow to a certain place and then plateau. We're meant to continue to be open and receptive and expand. The consciousness of those who use that principle always improve their lot in life, so to speak. You don't see them being stagnant, or if they are, they're not stagnant too long because they move back into that circulation place where things begin to grow and expand. So where in your life are you stuck? If you're stuck somewhere, it means that it's an invitation to grow bigger in that area. Not contract into your good, not to shrink into your good, but actually open up and advance so that something bigger is calling you into that presence. Does that make sense? All right, so through the law of compensation, and it will always rise to the level of your expectation. Have you ever been to the gym before? I drove by, exactly. I've driven past a couple times. In fact, I've even joined a few times. But it's funny, when I'm working out with my trainer, he's pretty good. He kind of pushes me a little bit. But when I'm working out to myself, I kind of set a goal in mind. It's like, okay, I'm going to do 12 reps, right? So the bar is set at 12. So do I do 13? No. When I get to 8, I think, you think I could stop now? But you set the bar. So I rise to my own level. So I set the bar. I set the speed on my treadmill and the time and the distance. I set my own bar in my own health. I do it when I order off a menu. So do you. Or no. Yeah. We do it all the time in our relationships. We do it all the time. I'm only going to let a relationship get so far and then I'm done. Right? We do it in our finances. We do it in our health. We do it everywhere in our life. We set the bar for ourselves. The law of compensation says, you shall have it, and you shall have it to the level that you have set your expectation. If I set my expectation at 12, I usually get 12. Right when I get to 12, I'm like, oh, 12! Right? I zap. But what happened if I went, I'm going to get to 15? What's the difference between 12 and 15? I know 3, but my mental capacity is that if I had told myself we now have to do 15, I would eventually get to the place where 15 becomes the norm. You know what I'm talking about? So the law of compensation says, you set it, you're going to get it. All right? And once you get it, you better be ready to expand it and become even bigger. Just like working out. Just take this example because it works out really well. If I was always working out at the same weight every time, I would never get bigger, right? Stronger. So maybe, just maybe, that's also part of it. I have to be able to set my weights a little bit heavier, continue to do 12, continue to build up my strength, but not stay at one level, but actually see myself increasing. Does that make sense? All right. D. Tell me when to stop. Stop. The law of increase. Wow, you guys are good. Compensation increase, all right? Okay, here we go. Hang on one second, because sometimes he starts out with a story, and I don't want to start out with the story. The law of increase. What do you think is the basis of the law of increase? If there was one, the law of increase is based on a concept, a very easy concept, called praise. The law of increase is based on praise. What you praise increases. What you criticize decreases. Does that make sense? The law of increase says if you want to experience more in your life, you have to bless what you have first. If you want to experience better relationships, you have to bless the ones that you're in first. If you want to bring love into your life, you have to bless yourself first and be the person you want to date. That was a showstopper right there, wasn't it? Like, I have to be who I want to date? Isn't that why I want to date someone else? I'm tired of dating myself. Mind out of the gutter. The law of increase in any area of your life. You want a solid relationship? Bless the one that you have. And you know what? Sometimes that's hard because it's really easy to see the faults in someone else, isn't it? How many people grow through criticism? Does anybody feel better when someone criticizes you? No. How do you feel better? When people give thanks for what you're doing. They're appreciative. They're grateful. They see you're good. Look, I'm not all a bed of roses. Ask anybody. But I'm I have good qualities, and I see good qualities in other people, and when I point those out, they make me feel so much better than pointing out just the negative stuff in someone else. Does that make sense? Yeah? All right, Marjorie Tapp. Tell me when to stop. Stop. The law of supply. The law of this being is a perpetual increase, progress, and growth. So when one good is realized, another desire for a greater good will develop. Boy, you know what? That hit the last one too. And when a higher state is reached, another and more glorious state will unfold your vision and urge you on and on. So guess what? The universe is never satisfied. You know why we're never satisfied? Who here is always satisfied? Oh, good. See, this is perfect. You're not supposed to be always satisfied. Doesn't mean you're not supposed to be happy, but we're meant to be, how should I say this? Not satisfied all the time. Because that lack of satisfaction is the divine urge to create, evolve, and grow. That's what this is. So sometimes when we're feeling the frustration of not feeling satisfied, we have to remember, don't focus on the not being satisfied part. Focus on the fact that that is an urge and a call for you to expand and become something greater. Just like the very first thing that I pulled out here, you have to become bigger than it. You have to be able to, it's funny. I remember, I will never forget, the first time, way back when, we used to have a podium right here. Remember the podium? And the practitioner, this is like many, many moons ago. First of all, we all had to wear suits and dresses and nylons, and I was really uncomfortable in nylons. But the heels were okay. I can work heels. It's the sweating in the nylon thing. It's like, what were you thinking when you created those? Anyway, so the practitioner would come out of this room over here, this little room. This actually was our tape tech room, which makes a lot of sense because you can't hear anything back here, but they were controlling the sound out there. But anyway, so The very first time I had to go out to do my prayer, we had to go to a podium and stand here and do a prayer. That was, it was very like this. Jim Lobeck, who the bookstore is in his honor, he had to literally take me and push me out of this room right here because I was scared to death. I'm like, oh my God, I have to pray in front of all these people. All my training, everything right here, this moment. And I mean, I didn't sleep the night before. I was all bound up. I'm thinking, oh my God, this is incredible. What pressure, right? Now look. Now you can't shut me up. So the thing is, you have to create the space. Where you think you are is just the beginning of something that become much larger if you feed it that way. If you feel that passion and you feel that way about something, maybe everybody starts where you are. You start where you are, and maybe you're starting out maybe someone's pushing you into just the smallest thing. And my practitioners, the new ones that they're coming out, Michael, Mimi, and Cheryl, you guys can relate to that. And William, the first time you push out, you're like, ah! And now you can't shut them up. So that's a good thing. But they expand into the role. You will expand into whatever is for your highest and best good. So when there's dissatisfaction, stop focusing on the dissatisfaction and go, I'm being called to be bigger. What does that mean? What does that mean? Paul, tell me when to stop. Well, I haven't even started. Wow. Wow. Vodka, yeah. I got you. Paul, tell me when to stop. Stop. Here we go. Oh, we're back in the law of compensation. You want to do that again? Go to the back? The law of obedience. Okay. No, it's not hard at all. Here we go. Perhaps in no way has religion gone so far astray as in its conception of understanding of God, whether it be a God of the Christians, the Jews, or anyone. Instead of recognizing that the supreme intelligence is law, operating according to and as surely as the laws of nature, we have created in their ideas a God who is partial, subject to appeal from saint and sinner alike, a God who can be persuaded and bargained with, a God who gives life and takes it away, a God who heals sickness and causes it, a God who impoverishes and enriches, a God of reward and punishment. And having accepted this wrong idea, it has made prayer largely a matter of doubts, lacking in that strong assurance that the thing will be so because of its according to divine law. So, here we go. That's heavy stuff. People have created this dogma in all kinds of religions. And ours sometimes, we fall in place with that as well at times. There is this idea that we are praying to a God that somehow, if I've done the right things, opened enough doors, help little old people across the street, if I've suffered enough, right, that I will be rewarded and be in God's favor. See, people have created systems of belief around that. And I'm not creating, if that's what they want to believe, fine. But in this center, we don't believe that. That we don't buy into that at all. Our prayers are not prayers of bargaining. They're not begging, we're not negotiating. Our prayers are one of conviction, of knowing that God is for us, spirit, whatever you want to call this, that it is for us, wanting the very best for its son or daughter, because that's where we were born in the image and likeness of God. So wouldn't you want the very best for your son or your daughter? Wouldn't it be your inclination to want them to succeed and be happy and be healthy and be harmonious and be prosperous? Wouldn't that be your wish for your own son or daughter? Well, I believe that the universe is the same way. We were created in its image and likeness. It wants us to be happy. So when I'm not happy, I'm actually not honoring the very God that created me. Ooh. The law of obedience says this: it's my obligation To be obedient, that word has so many different connotations, but it's to be obedient to the very thing and intention that I was created from. As. Does that make sense? And when I lose my discipline and become disobedient, my universe, my world, my reality, small r, reflects that. It reflects the disconnect. Does anyone else ever feel that? So when we have the disconnect, don't be spiritually down on yourself, but do understand that a lot of this has to do with just losing our obedience to a law that always works consistently. It reminds me, you see that movie, Hidden Figures? Love that movie. Love that movie. There's a line in it's on a loop in my house. I just watch it over and over again. There's a line in Hidden Figures where the main character says, math is always dependable, right? Math and its principles are always dependable. They were searching for a solution. They didn't have the solution, but in her heart, she knew that math is always dependable and that the solution existed. It just wasn't in front of them yet. The law of obedience basically is a law of faith that says, when you have faith, it shall be made whole unto you. It shall be done unto you. And it will be done unto you to the level of your belief. So if I don't believe that I'm supposed to be living a certain way, or if I doubt it, or if I question it, or if I'm not in integrity with it, in other words, my words and my actions are not in uniform and in compliance and alignment with what my vision is, then certainly my demonstration will reflect a less than desirable result. The law of obedience is basically, it's going to be done unto you as you believe. So watch what you're believing. Which also means watch what you're thinking about. In the first service, I was saying, you know what? Many times we reflect on the illness, we reflect on the lack, we reflect on dysfunction. And by reflecting on it, do we actually think that by thinking on those things, that it's going to solve something? Do we think that by some stroke of genius, something's going to happen by me concentrating on lack or illness or dysfunction? Do you think something's going to go, oh, there's the answer? No. No. The answer comes when I know that the answer's already there. And I have to get myself out of the way, out of the situation, and go, I already know, I surrender this. Go back to the song at the beginning. I surrender this. The mere act of saying, I surrender this, is the invitation for the universe to come in and go, now I can fix it. Because now you let go of it so I can get in. The problem is when we hold our life like this, how can the universe get in? That's why I have a problem sometimes when people, raise their fists in anger, because love's not going to come in there. Love only comes in like this. So when you say, I surrender this, what you're doing is, in essence, you're opening it up and going, okay, I got this. I know that I know. That's the law of obedience. Did you learn something today? Yes. All right. So let me finish with this. There's like 11 of these. So every once in a while, I'm going to pull this book out, and we're just going to play this little game. Because sometimes, it keeps me on my toes, and it helps me see things differently, and I hope that it lets you see things a little bit differently. That in each one of these things that pop up, you can kind of put your life in a situation. You can sort of set what's going on in your world into the situation, into the law that I'm speaking about, and you're going to go, oh, I can apply this to my life. Because like my new members, like all of you, this is all about making your life better. Perfect? I'm not sure if we can see perfection. But I do know this. we will continue to get better, and because of that, there will be a dissatisfaction within us, urging us to become even better. And that's a normal urge. So let's use that to our advantage. And so end your lesson. Thank you, everybody.
Excellent. I'll call the ushers forward. I should have told you this at the beginning, but every week now you're going to find in your program an envelope, because we have a lot of you here that are just throwing in cash and it's unidentifiable. And I just want to tell you from a spiritual perspective, own it. You might say, well, I'm embarrassed because it's $1, $2, or, it's not very much. Own it. And I want you to be conscious of what you're giving, because I want you to watch it grow. I want you to set your consciousness that, yes, this may be all I can give right now, but I know that my life is abundant. And so what you're doing is you're priming the pump. You're priming the pump, and from a place of gratitude for everything we have is what we give. So own it. Own it and declare it. And that way, too, we know who is supporting our center. We put you in our system, and we know, and we pray over that. All right, so please use this. They'll be in there every week, so just put your name on it and use that. So let us say our offertory prayer together, please. Those of you that are live streaming, you can text that number or you can hit the donation button. So let us say this together. I give my offering with gratitude as I recognize the demonstration of Spirit's generosity in all areas of my life.
I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
And then while I'm waiting too, also in there you will find on the back of the grief work flyer, there's just so much going on that we can't fit it all in the program. So this kind of gives you a heads up of what's coming in the next 2 months. So please check that out and kind of mark your calendars on things that you're interested in so you don't miss out on anything. So Holly, go ahead and come forward so we can bless our today's offering. Yes, Holly. You know Holly. Holly's one of our new practitioners. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So let's hold up our hands. Let's bless our offering. Let's send it love and know that it comes back to us pressed down and overflowing. And let's say together, this collective offering is Spirit in action. As it circulates into the universe, it touches and blesses many lives, including my own. Yes, and so it is. All right, thank you, Holly. All right, so at this time, I'd like to welcome our visitors. If you are here for the first time, please stand up. We have a gift, and we'd love to welcome you. Come on, don't be bashful. Thank you. All right, so what we're giving you, good. we're giving you is a CD holder with information about our center. And please stop by the foyer table out here and get a CD of a couple of Dr. Joe's talks about what we believe and just their fabulous talks. And we welcome you. Please come back. We'd love for you to make this your spiritual home. And if you're visiting, enjoy your stay. These are our practitioners. They are part of our prayer team. They are over in the Ohm room, which is that little room on the other side, that other building. And if you're going through something, please go in there and have them pray with you. We've got a lot going on this week. Grab one of those, Dr. Joe's class, my class, the grief work on Tuesday, Paul's Wednesday, Soul Voyage, Soul Sisters on Thursday. We've got Tai Chi, Kathy Duguid's class, AA, meditation practices, and also this weekend is also Vicki Ruff's class is starting on the meditation, the mountaintop. So let's just do a closing prayer. And those of you that are going to the potluck will be on over there. Let's congratulate our new members. So let's just go within, recognizing that divine spirit, that part of evolution that each one of us is part of. We are spirit in expression. Each one of us has this infinite power to create the lives that we desire. So we focus on what we want. We appreciate everything in our life. And as we appreciate, it grows and grows. And so in those moments of fear, in those moments of sadness, we are never alone. We recognize that there is this divine energy, this divine intelligence that is surrounding us with its love and its light. As we move through any situation, we move in the direction of that which we desire. And we know that that is the law. The law is in divine right action on what we focus on. It's like mathematics. It cannot be any other way. So we follow that process. We follow that vision of where we're going. And we watch our lives expand from this place of gratitude. So grateful. So grateful for all those that stood up to be a member, that made that commitment to their lives. We say thank you. We say thank you because we know that as their life changes, they change the world. So grateful for our music, for Dr. Joe, for Spirit that speaks by means of Dr. Joe. We just allow our lives to unfold in its perfection. And together we say, and so it is. Amen. Have a wonderful week, everyone. We'll see you over there.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3,